Coronation Street viewers have speculated about a devastating demise on the cobbles in a shocking Carla Connor storyline twist. Carla, Alison King, first appeared on the ITV soap back in 2006. As the determined underworld proprietor, Carla has established herself as a soap icon. She has also featured in numerous major plotlines throughout the years, from passionate romances to struggling with alcohol dependency. Her journey on the iconic street has been packed with turmoil, reports the Daily Star. Particularly at present, as circumstances have been improving considerably lately for Carla and partner Lisa Swain, Vicky Myers last month. The pair, alongside Lisa's daughter Betsy, Sidney Martin, relocated to No. 6 on the street, prepared for a fresh new beginning. And this week, Carla disclosed her intentions to propose marriage. In Friday's installment, August 15, Carla organized everything meticulously and requested Glenda, Jodie Pranger, to secretly place the engagement ring into a champagne flute upon her arrival. However, after Debbie Webster, Sue Devaney, began discussing her own matrimonial arrangements, Lisa disclosed that her deceased wife, Becky, had proposed to her using a ring concealed in a champagne glass. Mortified, Carla subsequently abandoned the proposal. Nevertheless, soap enthusiasts remain convinced that nuptials will proceed. But in a heartbreaking development, they believe Lisa will tragically perish. On a Corey Facebook fan page, one person wrote, "If you have watched for years, you will know that marriage doesn't end well for Carla, so do we think they could kill Lisa off in the wedding?" Someone else added, "I would be so upset if they did." A third chimed in, "Something bad will probably happen, you're right." Echoing their thoughts, someone else mused, "Yeah, I thought that." Coronation Street viewers were left reeling this week after a development that began as a tender domestic moment rapidly transformed into a moment of dark speculation. What seemed at first glance to be a simple aborted proposal in the Rover's return, a champagne flute, a hidden ring, and a nervous Carla Connor, Alison King, has sparked a storm of fan theories that point to a much grimmer possibility. Could Lisa Swain, Vicky Myers, be heading for a tragic exit that will forever change the cobbles? The scene itself was modest in spectacle, but rich in implication. Carla, the underworld boss and one of Coronation Street's most enduring figures since she arrived in 2006, had carefully planned to surprise Lisa with an engagement ring hidden in a glass of champagne. The plan was simple, intimate, and rooted in the kind of domestic detail that has come to define the couple's storyline. But the moment fell apart when Lisa casually revealed that her late wife Becky had once proposed to her in exactly the same way. Mortified, Carla abandoned the plan. For many viewers, however, the aborted champagne moment was not an anticlimax, but a narrative flashing light. On Corey fan pages and across social media, the reaction was swift and unsettling. Given Carla's turbulent history, relationships marred by grief, explosions of violence, and devastating loss, might this aborted proposal foreshadow a death at or around a wedding? Could this be the calm before a storm that will echo through the street for months to come? To understand why fans reacted with such anxiety, it helps to consider Carla Connor's long arc. Since Alison King introduced the role in 2006, Carla has been central to some of Coronation Street's most dramatic and difficult storylines. She has been the victim of an arson attack that could have killed her, struggled publicly with alcoholism, been kidnapped, and suffered multiple betrayals and losses. Those plot lines have earned the character a reputation for resilience, but also for being perpetually touched by misfortune. In soap opera storytelling, history matters. Characters carry narrative weights, patterns that audiences learn to read. For Carla, those weights include the specters of grief and sudden loss. When viewers see her poised at the precipice of apparent happiness, buying a house with Lisa, moving into number 6, stepping into a quieter rhythm of domestic life, they do so with the knowledge that the writers have often used happiness as a narrative foil to intensify tragedy. That's why an aborted engagement can feel less like a comic beat and more like foreshadowing. The aborted proposal in Friday's episode, August 15, was staged with a keen sense of domestic specificity. Carla confided in Glenda, Jodie Pranger, and arranged for the ring to be slipped into a champagne flute when Lisa arrived at the Rovers. The intention was romantic, low-key, and wholly in character for a pair whose public gestures often reflect private intimacy rather than theatrical showmanship. But the plan's collision with Debbie Webster's anecdote about her own marriage and Lisa's admission that her late wife Becky had proposed